السلام عليكم دكتور.
عليكم السلام.
بس مشارك.
أعرف الصوت شوية هسه، بس خلي شوية تستقرون وأطلع من الفون.
ماشي دكتور ماشي.
السلام عليكم شباب، شلونكم؟
وعليكم السلام دكتور.
وعليكم السلام دكتور.
عليكم السلام ورحمة الله.
Okay. The name of the presenter today, Yusuf Ahmed, Ahmed Sattar, Karar, Mohammed Andrew Taj Gahat, Marwa Ali, and Hawra Adnan Hussein. Okay. Okay, who want to start first? One.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Hello everyone. Good beautiful day. How is it going? Today we will discuss and explain chapter 2.
Yes.
Let's start.
Welcome, Yusuf. Okay, and good luck. Yes, you can start now, please.
Yes. Let's start with the title of the chapter.
Yes.
Read and find suitable sources.
That's
what
right.
does it mean? Yes. Before I start writing, I need to gather resources for writing. Whether writing without reading is like I can't speak without listening. So there is a harmony between four skills. Students often underestimate the importance of effective reading, but on any course, it is vital to be able to locate the most relevant and suitable sources. This unit examines the most appropriate text types for academic works, explores ways of locating relevant material in the library, explains the use of the electronic resources. Now let's start with the first topic in this chapter, an academic text. The process of breaking down the ideas and using deductive reasoning, formal voice, and third-person point of view. It's about what you think and what your evidence has contributed to the thinking, and you as a student need to read a variety of text type for purpose of your benefit and progress. So it is important to identify suitable types and recognize their features. This will help you to assess their value. And now types of academic text. Why should one recognize types of academic text?
Yeah, this is so important point. Yes, go
Yes,
ahead, please.
because there is a variety of types. They are meant for different purposes, and are written in different ways, are used and referred to in different ways, have various reliability. And now we have structure of academic text. Three parts essay structure text, which contains the reader is introduced to the topic that will help be discussed and to the argument that will be presented. And the discussing analysis is carried out and the results are presented. The argument is summed up and conclusion are drawn. Now, which contains the main parts of structure academic text. Introduction. To provide the reader with a clear idea of the focus and aim of the text. The
Okay,
topic
this
of
is content. These are contents of the introduction. That's right?
yes, yes,
Yes, go ahead, please.
yes. The first part.
Yes, first
Yes.
plus. Good.
To provide the reader with a clear idea of the focus and aim of the text. The topic of
Yes.
the essay article will be presented in the introduction and often accompanied by a statement, the claim that the thesis writer wishes to make, and provides the context background of the argument, introduces the theoretical perspective terminology, etc., that will be used, and explains how the writer will be organized. And let's move to the second one, body of academic text, where the essays or articles, argument, ideas, and results are developed and discussed. Now let's start. Begin to conclusion. This is the most important.
Okay.
The
The
conclusion
last
should
one. Yes, conclusion is the
the
last
last one.
part
Yes,
of the academic
not
text. Yes, go
so
ahead,
important.
please.
Yes,
Yes, of course.
yes. Should not contain any new facts or ideas, but rather function as a brief statement of the main arguments and facts that have been treated in the essay. And means repeat the main idea, but in different vocabulary.
Okay,
Yes.
what about your opinion, Yusuf? In which part you can put your opinion or suggestion? Or you can say something new. In which opinion?
Body and
Introduction?
body.
No, no, no,
Supporting.
no,
Supporting.
no, no, in support. No, that's okay in
The main
support.
idea and
These are
introduction.
supporting, but main idea and
In
introduction,
yeah,
very
an
good.
introduction. And
Yes,
and supporting
introduction.
in details in body or
Yes,
in
supporting
yes.
ideas
And
because
conclusion.
we
And
have
in
only
conclusion,
yes,
repeat the main idea, but in the in different vocabulary. And
yes, as you know, we have only one main idea. That's right, but we have
yes,
many supporting ideas. Yeah, okay.
yes, yes,
Then we have opinion in the conclusion. That's right.
yes, yes,
Fact,
indeed.
fact and theoretical part in the body and within the introduction, but the your opinion, something new, suggestion, something in conclusion. That's right.
Yes, yes. And
Okay,
and
very
and
good.
and we should get attention. In conclusion,
That's right.
we don't add new facts, just the main
Yes,
idea.
of course, and you, and
Yes,
yes, of
yes,
course, all facts mentioned in main and body, not
yes,
in conclusion, because in conclusion related with yourself,
yes,
with your opinion, your suggestion, something your own information. Yes, go
yes.
ahead.
Now here there are the difference between academic text and non-academic text. Is
Yeah.
that academic text is intended for the scholarly and the research community in society,
Very good.
whereas non-academic text is intended for the general public in society.
Yes, this is the main point,
Yes,
which is differentiates between academic writing and non-academic writing.
yes.
The
We
text.
can divide all texts into two categories: academic and non-academic. Academic
Yes.
texts are for academia, and they are objective, formal, and factual. Non-academic texts, on the other hand, are casual, informal, and personal, and are for the general public.
Yes, we can say academic writing in general writing.
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
we
okay.
can say non-academic. We can say academic writing and non-academic and general writing because here the academic, we deal with this in academic writing for purpose, for example, by researcher, by scholars. Okay, all
Okay,
of
yes.
these we can deal and call them as academic writing. But when we deal in an academic writing, when, for example, write, when you go to write to exam, inshallah, and write in paper some notes, this is an academic writing. That's right, only note. You don't have a style, you don't have structure of academic write the text. But if you go to the academic writing, you have a style, you have a specific vocabulary, we have a specific part, as you mentioned, as Yusuf mentions. The academic writing consists of introduction, body, and conclusion. Yes, go
Yes.
ahead, please.
All right. This is it. Thank you for listening and your attention. Have a good weekend. Peace out.
Okay, thanks.
Yes,
Yes,
Doctor, good afternoon.
good afternoon, Ahmed. Thanks a lot
How
for
are you,
Yusuf.
Doctor?
Now we welcome. We start with Ahmed Sattar. Hello,
Yes,
Ahmed. Welcome, and you can start
welcome.
now. Yes, please.
Yes, Doctor. Types of text.
Yes.
Yes, there are many types of text, and we
Mhm,
will discuss the most common
mhm.
sources that students often use on their mind, advantager and disadvantager.
Yeah, advantage and
Advantage,
disadvantage. Yes, means
advantage. Yes,
means
yes.
المساوئ والعيوب.
المساوئ
Okay.
عفوا السلبيات والإيجابيات نقدر
Yes,
نقول
go
بالإنجليزي.
ahead. Yes, go
Yes,
ahead.
yes.
Yes.
The first textbook.
Mm,
Yes, the textbook.
yes,
Advent,
textbook.
advantage.
Okay, what about the textbook? What about advantage and disadvantage؟ يعني احنا ما نقدر as احمد says ما نقدر نقول مساوئ والعيوب، حتى نحليه نجملها اكثر، نقول السلبيات والايجابيات. This is
Yes,
nice Tom. Yes,
yes,
go ahead
doctor.
please.
Yes, doctor. Textbook advantage. Written for students and the material to be covered and the listening for each lesson are carefully spelled out in detail.
Yes, this is first one.
So, yes, this was one. So gives you all the plans and lesson you need to cover two topics in a small detail. Everything is carefully spelled out.
Yes.
Yes, yes, this number two. Disadvantages, disadvantages
Yes.
may be too general.
Mm,
Yes, for this, the first type.
mm,
The second website,
yes.
yes, it too have advantage and disadvantage.
Yes, advantage and
Yes,
disadvantage. Yes, please.
yes, the advantage easy of access to
Yes.
information. Yes, usually up to date.
Okay.
Yes, social media and social networking, Facebook,
Yes.
YouTube, Instagram, uh, Snapchat. These are the enter on the internet
Mm,
that get the most use and engagement.
yes.
Yes, online online education and the use of website and internet networks has become an important and less necessary thing
Mm.
nowadays due to the coronavirus.
Coronavirus. Yes,
Coronavirus.
very good.
Yes,
Yes.
these
Disadvantages. Yes.
disadvantages we not always get uh,
Reliable sources.
reliable sources, possibly unreliable or in not dated. For
Unedited text.
example, unedited. For example, Wikipedia.
Yes,
Wikipedia.
Yes, in Wikipedia we don't have any citation. We don't. I think Wikipedia unreliable. Okay, we can edit it.
Okay.
Okay, we don't have citation. We cannot use it because it's undocumented. Okay. Yes, go ahead,
Yes,
Ahmed.
doctor. Yes, doctor. We need knowledge and experience.
Experience, no experience.
Experience. Okay, okay,
Experience.
okay.
Yes.
Sorry. Experience to surfing in the internet.
Yes.
Yes, privacy. Some websites
Yes.
require personal information from the user for market data.
Yes.
Yes, doctor. Most often, this data is used by hackers for the uh, purpose of
Purpose.
purpose,
Purpose for the purpose.
of identity theft and other
Fruits.
frauds.
Yes.
Yes, يعني نقول سرقة المعلومات أو هيك شيء.
Yes.
Yes. Addiction, excessive use of website can bring my negative effect to the user,
Particularly.
particularly
Mm,
such as games could make as use advocate.
yes.
Yes. The third type, yes, general article.
Yes. Journal article.
Journal article. Advantage often often focuses on a special area.
Yes.
Yes. On the articles found in many scholarly journals to through peer review process. In other words, the articles are checked by and checked by academic and other experts. The information and therefore replay as well as uh, content scholarly information. Uh, general general articles can include reports and or reviews with current research and topic specific information. Yes, doctor.
Yes. Very good. Yes. Go ahead.
Those journals take less time to publish than books. Yes, doctor. These advantages may be too special or complex.
Yes.
Yes, doctor.
Yes, doctor.
Yes. Okay. Thanks a lot, Ahmed. Great. Okay. And now we have the a new presenter who is.
Karar.
Yes, Karar. Yes, now Karar. Yes, Karar.
Hello, doctor. Hello, everyone.
Hello, Karar.
Thank you. Me and Ritaj.
That's right. Yes.
Yes, explain the same subject using reading list.
Yes.
Me presenter two part and she presenter two part.
That's okay. No drama.
Thank you, doctor. Using reading list. The reading list is a list of require or additional reading resource invented by your lecture for your search.
Yes.
Or we can say it is a list of source recommended by a teacher or university lecture which provide additional or background information on a subject being studied usually, or provide background reading in a subject area as well as relevant.
Yes.
As relevant literature. For course segment, whilst you will not be expected to read all of this item on reading list, you will need to be able to select what's useful to your own needs and decide in what order to read it.
Yes, please.
Yes, reading list, a list made to remind a reader which book they wish to read. It's different from bookmark. The
Yes.
intention of yes, the intention of a reading list is to give a starting point, suggesting some of most relevant or significant text in the field. Student can
Yes.
list using these tags, and library staff will use these categories to make discussion about purchasing materials.
Yes.
Yes, Doctor. Now we have Ritaj Gahat to explain in
Yes,
brief.
okay. Thanks a lot, Karar. Great job. And now we have Rataj to complete what is Karar
Hello, Dr.
start. Yes. Hello. Hello, Rataj. Yes.
Yes. The importance of reading list. Firstly,
Yes.
it is imperative to highlight that reading lists are not pointless and can be an invaluable resource indeed that
Indeed.
assist
No
learners
date. Indeed.
in indeed that they assist learners in saving time during various research process above all in the library.
Yes.
Secondly,
Okay.
secondly,
Mm.
by this
Regarding reading list.
by this reading list, student can only use on other notices, and if they
No, no,
require
no, no. Excuse me. Listen, no notice. Notes. Okay,
notes,
notes.
notes,
Yeah.
and if they require extra resource, they will end up with wasting time in the library looking for documents that might have already
Mm.
been included in the resource list created by a teacher.
Yeah, okay.
The resource including book, journal, article, website, and media.
Media. Okay.
Yes, the list informs the library about the resource it needs to stock to supporting student on the middle. It
Mm.
can it can include different sources such as a book, journal, article, and website about audio visual resource,
Yes. Okay.
film, or newspaper.
Mm.
The essentially reading are sorry, uh, preparation for seminar and lectures.
Preparation for seminar
Preparation for
and
seminar
lectures.
and lectures. While
Yes.
the additional or further reading will help with the writing essays or project, this reading list will a guide. You are
Yes.
reading, supporting,
Okay.
support your studies, and assist you in achieving so thoughts
Achieving, no
achieve,
achieving. Okay.
achieving thoughts in your middle.
Oh, that's in your model. Yes,
Yes.
that's right. Okay, thanks. Finished?
Yes,
Okay. Now,
yes, yes, Victor. Using library catalogs.
okay, what's your name, please? Introduce yourself for us, please.
My name Marwa Ali Hussein.
Yes, Marwa, you can start now, please.
Yes, Doctor. A catalog is a list of items in specific order. The catalog can be used for commercial purposes, and it is useful to navigate the library catalog, where one can find the record of all the work works in the knowledge
No workers, no workers, works, weird,
where
beard,
yes
like this, okay? No workers. يعني حتى دا أشوفها أني so strong and so hard on your tongue. شلون workers الله يسامح يعني بصراحة أنا ما أقدر workers يعني ما أقدر ألفظها. But when we say works, so easy. Yes, go ahead please.
the words in the knowledge block the number of books in
knowledge no
libraries
knowledge شباب عيني من تحجون حاولوا تخففون كلامكم طبيعي جدا خلوه نفس like the Arabic speech. Okay, knowledge no knowledge
block.
knowledge okay, no knowledge. Yes, go ahead please.
To hundreds of thousands understandably, it's impossible to they all are it are arranged alphabetically. Library catalogs are wrote with the material you need. As for job, helps with the sorry دكتورة helps with the
هاي ليش
selected
الكتابة كل
library
الكلمات وحدة ملتصقة بالثانية هاي الكتابة. Yes, go ahead please.
helps with the selecting library catalogs can offer you whether that you may also enjoy reading. As for job, searchable catalogs help people find information. Catalogs that at times provide people and business with the things they want and need. Then
Yes. اوكي مروة. خلونا نطفر مروة نروح على غير طالب ما يخالف مروة. Thanks a lot.
Yes, doctor.
Yes.
حوراء عدنان.
حوراء عدنان. Hello حوراء.
Topic title: using library website to search electronic resource. Introduction: an electronic resource is defined as a resource which requires computer access or any electronic product that delivers a collection of data, be it referring to full text space, electronic journals, image collection, other multimedia product, and numerical, graphical, or time-based is a commercially available title that has been published with an aim to being a marketed. These might be delivered on CD-ROM, on tab, via internet, and so on. These are more useful due to inherent abilities for manipulation and searching, providing information access is cheaper to acquiring information resource saving in storage and maintenance, and sometimes the electronic form is the only alternative. The library and information service of the 21st century are first changed with the rapid development of electronic publishing. Libraries are not only acquiring reading materials such as printed books and journals, but also arranging for providing access to various learning resource in electronic form. The web resource and the use of web as a tool is changing the way users live and learn. The different type of electronic resource are electronic book, electronic journals, database, CD, DVD, electronic conference, proceeding, electronic report, electronic map, electronic newspaper. Many of the resources that the library buys for you use as accessible through the library website. These materials include electronic books, electronic database, and electronic journals. However, unlike their print counterpart, you don't have to come to the library to use them. You can access them anywhere you have an internet connection. The term electronic resource refers to all the products which a library provides through a computer network. The electronic resources are also now online information resource covering bibliographic database, electronic reference book, search engines, electronic referable search engine for full textbook and digital collection of data. Need to electronic resource. Electronic resource enable the liberation to provide better service to the user community.
Better, no better. Better service to the user. Okay?
Need of, yes, doctor.
Yeah.
Considerable points are mentioned below. A. To gain access to an information source by the more than one user. B. Electronic resource can be searched quickly. C. This can be found easily by the user. This resource can be stored in huge amount of time spent on the electronic resource use. Analyzes the purpose of using electronic resource by respondent. Now different type of electronic resource commonly used by respondent to collect, store, organize information in digital form, to promote efficient delivery of information economically to all the user, to encourage cooperative efforts to serve and share the investment in resource Pacing and Communication Network. Characteristic of electronic resource: access to every document by anyone, form, anywhere. Relate rival of electronic resource is quicker than yours. The user can be guided to hard document by provide a link, easy to search the text. The collection available in electronic format can be of any medium. Ownership, know the important in electronic environment, the interaction between user and library. If frequent, no define user a group. The software can help the user in relating the desired information hardly. Intermediate can help user. Finish the data.
Okay, thanks a lot for all. Okay, finished. Okay, if you have any suggestion or comment on this presentation. Okay, طبعا إذا تحبون عندكم comment after that when we finish each presentation. If you have any comment or suggestion for your colleagues, okay, I'm happy to hear you. عندكم أي suggestion, comment? Actually, I'm so happy today and I enjoy with your lecture, and inshallah I hope the next lecture will be like it and more better than it. Okay. أريد من عندكم همي أنا طلاب يتطوعون 6 5 أفتي يا الزهراء جنبا بليز.
نعم دكتور.
Yes, Doctor. Can I present it next week?
Yes, next week. That's okay. ها كرار. Okay, زهراء جبار next week. ها كرار. What do you want to say? Yeah.
مجموعة من الصبح بلغونا كاملين.
عاشت ايدك. ما يخالف وضيف وياهم زهراء جبار. تحب تقدم هي. اوكي طبعا شكرا جزيلا لهذا السلايد. كلش يعني فاجأتوني بيه، كلش عجبني. Thanks a lot. وإن شاء الله thanks a lot for your achievement. اوكي. شباب عيني احنا نخلي 6 مو افضل؟ كلكم تقدمون على شباب بصراحة كل شيء ما اريد من عندكم على مستواكم هذا اللي قدمتوا به. nice information. وإن شاء الله next lecture أريدكم تجون للكتاب، طلعوا لنا معلومات الكتاب. if you have any ambiguity or ambiguous something in book, go to internet. إذا عندكم فد شيء يعني حاولوا تلجؤون للكتاب. after that إن شاء الله بعد ما نخلص 2 chapters اللي تخص هاي السورسز والبلوجيزم وكذا، شو أسوي لكم؟ أسوي لكم summary lecture. فشي سمري يخص هاي الشابترز حتى من تدخلون الامتحان عندكم معلومات عليها وأصدقكم ملخص عليه. واضح شباب؟ فهسه إن شاء الله next week we meet next week إن شاء الله. Thanks a lot for your achievement and performance. Actually يعني كلش اليوم أنا كلش استمتعت بمحاضرتكم صراحة يعني. Okay. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. إن شاء الله we shall meet next week إن شاء الله. تحياتي لكم.